All right, folks, we're live here on the 26th of September. We're back at the full flesh table. I already took a hit earlier. I don't know if I'll be able to splice that into this video or not. But I'm over here to teach down somewhat and reloaded. I got clipped by, was it Smalls that was here or was it a different guy? Yeah, it was a different guy that was here at the last,
Yeah, it was a
a
different guy.
different guy that was there. This guy bluffs often. I don't know if you played against him. You play against so many people, it's kind of hard to keep track of everybody. Sometimes you just get cards like this that aren't very good. Now, if I was probably here, I'd probably go with it, but I can't go with it from that. That's too far a range for me. How about yourself?
Yeah, I can't help myself there. I'll try to raise it fairly big sometimes, and sometimes I'll just do a small call to get someone else to raise,
Uh
and
huh.
I'll do a flat call there, just because I feel like certain players aren't able to play post flop. Like small 10-23 is more of a turning player to me. He plays more of a turning strategy.
Okay. There's a nice little raise there. Now, what do you put? Now, you say you played. He's aggressive and he plays six player.
Yeah,
Do you put him on something low like pair of sixes, or do you put him on the ace king, ace queen, or big pair
yeah,
here?
he's in those spots he's really strong. He doesn't really get as active on 10 max as he does on 6 max. He just mainly waits for hands on 10 max. He
So
doesn't
you
really know how to address
So
the.
you think he'll come over the top here to 450 or something?
Yeah, if he has something, he'll definitely come over the top. See, they gotta be careful with that guy on the left.
Summit Namu, whatever his name is.
He
He just
he can
flatted him there.
well if he called with like pocket threes, and then he's just letting him hang himself bet. Yeah, that's got to be scary there for him to re-raise and then get a call from Lonnie. He should fold there.
Yeah, unless he's got ace jack, then he's probably going to have to do it. But I
I'm
think
not.
if he's got ace king or ace queen, he's going to drop it right there.
Yeah. See, I'm not even sure that Ace Jack might be good.
No, it might not be good, but it's hard for him to get rid of it there. I would think if he's got the two pair, then he knows he's in the ball game. If you know, if Summit, let's say whatever his name is, Summit over there, let's say he had, an ace king or an ace queen or something like that. I think he probably had pocket threes like you said.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. He just flat called, and just to see a flop, and if a flop shows that he where if he hits a set, then he's most likely to continue. If he doesn't hit anything, he's not going to continue there.
Right. Well, I tell you what, the action in the evening is so much different than the action during the day.
Oh yeah, it's a big difference.
Look at this. Look at the size of these pots. Wow.
Yeah,
Two
two pair.
pair against a gutter. Ugh. How can you do that? How can you put that kind of Ryan wins? Not too often, I imagine. Here.
Not too often.
You got to add that to his name. Ryan wins, but not too often.
Not too often.
So now the guy, I always give, I tell people on all my videos and everything, the person that comes out of the blind that makes the big bet is the guy that really, or the gal that really has the strong, boom, boom, boom.
That's sick right there. Small
Yeah.
is a turning player. He could have like ace, a very strong ace, but Ant is in a small blind. He should have a strong ace himself.
No, I don't
I
think
don't.
so. I think he's got queens or kings or something like that. Yeah, see, he's
Jacks.
got jacks.
9-5.
Nine five. I
This
thought
guy decides to bluff
he
the entire
small.
way. Like
Yeah. I
unbelievable.
I had him on a lower pair than the aces. He didn't like getting snapped that first from smalls there, and I had him on the on the Queen Kings or something like Queens or Kings, and I thought Smoltz had an ace reg. To be honest with you, I really thought he might have like something like ace six or something like that. But that was a bluff, bluff, bluff all the way.
A lot of tournament players get in trouble like against other players that just won't fold certain hands. Like that guy was just married to the jacks.
Our stacks aren't deep enough for them to hold. They don't understand when you're playing at these limits that our stacks aren't deep enough to make somebody fold in some cases. And
Right.
people don't mind reloading. They just the anonymity of online poker.
Right.
They're not ashamed. They don't. Nobody knows knows them or anything. In most cases. Well, I'm getting a run of nice cards, ain't I? Okay, let's just make it 70 cents and see what he says. Sten. If I'm him and somebody just, if I would have just, raised there, it would have been a min raise because we were the two blinds. Most of the time, with my position, the big blind, I'm calling unless I got a hand like 9-2 or 7-4 or something like that. So if I've got 5-6 or something like that, I'm calling that guy because I can take it away from him on a later round.
Right.
Wow, look at this tonight. I just need some nice cards. I mean, if I get kings races, I'm jamming. I'm not waiting around for these guys. I'm not letting four guys go to the river with my aces and stuff.
Ace 10.
That's crazy.
It's a really nice table to be at.
Well, you can jump off anytime you want if you want to get in it. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't want anybody to, you know, accuse of both being online at the same time, colluding or anything.
No. That's why I'm not playing.
Yeah. Well, he's just back in there again. He's from Palos Verdes Peninsula, huh? Sometimes you get a bunch of European and Asian players this late, or our time. It's not late, but that's really late their time. Boy, I see why you play multi tables.
Yeah, I would pay attention to Hank if he's being more active because he has more chips, or if he's just being active because he has some sort of hands, or he's having a decent run.
It could be a combination of the two, but when you're playing the multi tables, do you just if you see a hand like this Queen 7, you look at it and say, do you just hit the fold button and just turn your attention somewhere else, or you don't bother with looking to see if everybody folds to you, and then if you're going to make a play?
Yeah, depending on where I'm at. Like in that spot, I would definitely just instant fold it. Where you have two callers in front of you, and you're in a just bad spot to have other people in front of you go over the top of you. Then you don't want to be caught in a spot like that. So I wouldn't do that there. I try to pay attention as much as possible. Where I think if I pay attention mostly to the button. Once I know where the button's at, I gauge where I'm at and
Sure.
the table easier.
Man, these pots are pretty nice, and I'm getting. Sometimes you can get a seat here that really can give you some great cards. I mean, you can just know that you're going to win almost every hand that you enter, and then sometimes you get cards and you know that after a while your aces or your queens or something gets blasted. You know that everything you get's going to get blasted, but then sometimes you get a seat like I'm in right here. It can run dry for a long time. If I wasn't broadcasting and this happened, after a few spins around the table, easily I'd jump off the table and get back onto another seat. Because I really believe the generator isn't equal for everybody. I really do.
Well, if you have the option to be able to do a seat selection, then you should. I mean,
Yeah.
if you get position on most of the fish, or people that are just jamming on you, then you want to be in that spot where you can call them.
Right. The problem I have is, when I'm recording, I can't I can't do that. You know what I mean? I can't bring the table down and put a new table up and everything without stopping the recording. And I have to learn how to do it. Maybe doing recording from YouTube itself rather than Twitch to do that. Limper. Now all of a sudden we get limper. Smokes. He's going to go up to like $1.75. No, $1.54. Okay. I like to figure out what people are going to do ahead of time. He's a calling station, so I think he'll come back in, but he doesn't have a hand. There's one. And Sten says no. Check. Check. Pot. Nope, half. Surprised he didn't show it just to brag about it. Snap from the small blind. Re-raise from the big blind. Snap, recall. Check. Four. Oh, he went the whole pot. He wants everybody out. I'd say he missed. I'd say he's got overcards. I can't see why Ram only had $4 there. Called all that bets and then he only had $4. Won't find out. I find that people that are either heads up or three-way that bet a full pot usually don't have it. If they had it, they want to keep one person in, so they usually go 2/3, 3/4.
Yeah.
He's trying to figure out a good number here.
Or he has other tables going on right now.
He's playing several.
Maybe he does play a couple of tables sometimes.
I like some sites that tell you, you know, how many tables a player's at or something like that. This one here, it only lists one table that they're at if they're on your buddy list, and that's the only way to find them.
Yeah.
Oh, horrible. At least did he get rewarded. I guess I just came during the happy hour, huh?
You came right on time.
Hey, Sharon, I don't know if you're the only one in the room there because I don't have my Twitch chat room open up. I can't tell, but you're welcome to sit at one of the tables. Or one of the chairs, I should say, not the tables. All right, Sten, you're calling from early position. You checked and then you called.
He hit a queen. He hit a queen.
Yeah.
This guy likes to check when he hits.
Yeah.
Sten likes to just
Yeah,
check.
Sten likes to let everybody else do the betting.
You do the betting, yeah.
Yeah. That's just like this one guy here. Right now I can't think of his name. All he does is like to set mine every, I mean, that's all he does. I can't think of the guy's name. Maybe he'll come to the table.
Maybe he'll fold.
It's a big bet there.
It is a big bet. It's a pot.
I think if he wanted to get paid off with a winning hand there, he wouldn't have went the whole pot.
Yeah, I don't think he had anything. I think he just got bluffed off. Probably the better hand.
Well, let's see if we go riding down the road or getting our ass kicked here.
It's your turn now.
It's my turn. Come on, Aki. Make it big. Not big enough. No. Pay $5, see a flop. Let's go.
He might pay.
That's okay. I haven't played a hand though. Lately.
Yeah.
That's okay. I got to worry about queen, king, and ace flopping, so there's no sense in me letting them see the flop cheap, you know. The jacks are just jacks. They're not great.
Yeah, they're not. super premium or anything.
You know, I would normally against this guy is unpredictable. Against this guy here, probably I'd say 8 out of 10 I'm folding. The other 2 times I'm re-raising this guy. But because this table's playing like it is, I want to try to get another person. I'm gonna try to play this into a big hand. And I wish that was another spade out there. Man. So all I did was invest in this hand just to see where I'd be. Oh, give me the free card. Give me the spade. If I got a spade here, I'd want the 10 of spades. Give me a straight draw, flush draw. I could have bet there because nobody bet. I actually could have bet to try to steal it, but the way these guys have been playing and the way these guys here have been checking to people, I think I would have just been donating my money. Normally I would fire, but look at that. Sten says he has something there. Weak ace, maybe. Call 75.
Let them bet into you.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try to trap somebody here this time. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do it there.
Yeah.
Can't do it there. Come on, guys, make a play at me. Really?
I think
Really? Really? Lonnie, come on, Lonnie. Really? Come on, Lonnie.
nice.
Now, this is to make them think I'm stealing.
There you go.
He bought that hook, line, sinker, didn't he?
He did it to himself. He
I
did it
sold.
to himself.
I sold it. I sold it.
He.
I sold him a bill of goods. He's gone. A button limp. Wow.
You just hypnotized him, and he said, "Okay, I'll go on it." We caught his ace and thought he was good.
Yeah, and when I pushed shoved all that money in with the ace, he could have looked at the board and seen there was a jack queen ace on the board. I could have had king 10. I could have had a straight, and he's still
Yeah.
calling. He didn't even give any credit for anything there other than I was stealing. He just thought I was stealing that hand. He had to because he could. The board had 3 big cards in the Broadway area.
Maybe he was just paying too much attention to the dynamic of the table, where people weren't really having much.
Yeah, that's true. But he was there for a little while. He saw a lot of it, so he should have
Yeah.
done something. Somebody's coming in over on the left here. I don't know who. But there's such a turnover at these tables of people.
Yeah, I like how you checked the turn.
Uh-huh.
I just knew that he wouldn't. He could fold there. He could fold there a lot. You want him to kind of get there in a way.
Yeah, I can't scare him off. The only thing I'm worried about is the jacks. You know, if he's got pocket jacks. But hell, I'm going to lose all my money if he's got pocket jacks, no matter what. You know.
Yeah. You can't do anything. That would be a
So he's.
very cold deck.
I'm just hoping that he buys it on the end, which he did, which was nice. What do you think there on I don't know this guy Ryer 34, and then he gets re-raised. Now when this guy re-raises, especially out of the blind, I've got to assume he's got a really pretty good hand
Yeah,
for
and
change.
he's trying to isolate.
You think he's?
Ryer only came in with $15. He made a dollar and change.
Yeah, I think that AN whatever his name is up there has got something pretty sweet. Ace king, ace queen, pocket kings. I think he's got a hand this time.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, if this was 3-5 suited, I have no problem all day long. If you watched any of my videos or anything, I would pot that in a heartbeat, and they would put me on high cards, and I'd play the board as it came out. I just have no problem doing it. I don't usually do it with offsuit cards in early position, even though suited only gives you about 3% better.
I think maybe if the table might have been playing a little tighter, then I think that'd be okay to do. Just how the table is playing, it's not really playing as a
Yeah,
super tight.
yeah. Tonight it's just, and you and I have been here almost since I sat down, and we've seen a lot more action, a lot more stupidity and everything. The table has changed. I would say whew, maybe 30-40% change in the table since uh, the original. It was crazy there for a while.
Yeah, Ram was short stack, and there was another short stack that was just
Yeah, and this guy that
jamming
was the
sugar.
guy that was here was ramming and jamming. There was just several people that were doing unusual things and making putts bigger than they should have been. I mean, there was ace tens going all in against people and things like that.
Yeah, A7 versus the Queen 7, I think.
Now, if you were going to sit at one of those three seats that were empty, which seat would you pick?
Right there in front of Ank.
Okay, so you'd sit at this one right here
Right there.
because you want to be behind the two big stacks.
Exactly. Yeah, I see that and I see money. Like you can't help but get happy. Get happy when you see two stacks.
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do if you want to do it. I'm going to take this around so it's my turn. Why don't you grab us one of these seats while you can? Just sit out until I'm out, and then I'll sit out until they lift me, but I'll keep the table up, and then I'll shadow you for a while and hear what you have to say about your hands.
Okay,
Is that fair?
that sounds good. Let me get in there. I'm an attorney, so let me put that over here.
Yeah, just sit out 4, 5, 6 hands till it comes around, and it won't lift you because you're seeing my table as well. So, can you hear a radio in the background of mine?
I'm not sure because I have it on mine.
Okay. I'm watching that concert from Madison or from the Central Park. They have free concert on MSNBC. Ed Sheeran and Coldplay and Beyonce and Usher.
I, that's how bad it is with me. I don't watch any TV whatsoever.
What
Well, no, I watch shows, just not the commercial parts.
do you watch?
What's the latest show I've been watching? Let me see. What was? I was just watching one. Let me see. I was watching the comedy on Kevin Hart, The Real Husbands of Hollywood.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think it's hilarious.
He's a pretty funny guy.
I was watching that. What?
Which one?
Narcos,
Hmm.
The League, White
Oh,
Collar. I watched that on Netflix.
oh yeah. I've seen all White Collar, all Person of Interest, and I like Blue Bloods, and I like cop shows.
I watch Fringe. I like.
I guess people laugh because I just watch Big Brother, which is a reality show. But I like to do it because I like to look for. I watch them and I look this, and I know who's lying, who's not lying. I look for tells, and that's how I practice looking for tells. I watch that show, and I pick from the first interviews and everything else. I pick which house guest I think is going to win if everything goes right, and I pick this guy this year, and he won the whole thing. He beat the professional poker player Vanessa Rousseau. She played the best, but this guy played and outsmarted her at the end. So I got it right from the beginning.
Nice.
I tried to bet it, but this one guy online, he wouldn't give me. I wanted him and Rousseau. I wanted a combination, and he wouldn't give it to me at the beginning of the year. So I, I didn't take the bet, but I could have taken him. And it was you spent and I had to take another guy that I didn't want. I just didn't want this other guy.
I didn't even know that you could bet on that stuff till recently. That you could bet on like even Dancing with the Stars and stuff like that
You can bet
on
on it.
Netflix.
Yeah, some people can bet on anything, anywhere. Go ahead and hit your auto. So you're in next hand. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna sit out after this hand here. The only thing is, I'm gonna have my computer up, so you'll have to tell us what your cards are.
Okay.
If you don't,
Maybe I can share my screen. You can have like a little Skype on the side, and so you can be seeing it.
I don't know if I can. I can do that. I don't. No, I can't bring the Skype to the side. It'll ruin my video. That's
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty stuck.
Okay, let me.
And you don't have to tell us if you're folding. Just say I'm folding. Don't waste the time. Here again, we got the big blind. I hate the 50-cent raise by Lion Sloth, and it's just weak. And, just they're gonna just take it away.
She's gonna take advantage of it, especially a big stack. He's not gonna be scared to raise it up that. Well, for him, not that much. Let me start sitting at some tables. A couple of good spots.
Smoltz is just gonna limp into your pot, huh? What do you have?
6-9 offsuit.
Okay, you're just punishing them,
Yeah, and I like to announce myself sometimes. I know they're gonna fold,
right?
and I want to know that there's gonna be um
More of that
it's gonna
coming.
it's yeah it's gonna be it's not gonna be cheap to get into pots with it when I'm in a hand.
You're playing five-handed. You got five people sit. Oh, that one guy just came back, but five of
Yeah.
us were sitting out. I'll get lifted in about 10 hands. If I don't think, I think I'll get lifted, but I don't think I'll lose the table. If I hit the X and I go leaving this table, then I'll lose my video. I love seeing them, these guys. They just use the half pot button. I wish they'd get away from that button. It's kind of like the easy button. Queen, king, queen, king. Yep, all day long, queen, king. That was silly.
I think he's just bleeding chips. This guy limping, limping. I don't like that he's limping on my button.
You got ace nine?
No, I got five deuce offsuit. Yeah, I just want him to know it's gonna get expensive. If he hits a king, I don't think he has a king. I don't think he has a seven.
I don't think he stays with a seven. I think he only stays with a king, and I think he
I,
bet he
I think
bet
if he raises me, I'm shoving.
yeah, he bets into you if he has the king.
He's not gonna do anything. I just want him to know it's gonna get expensive. He can't be limping into the pots. And if he calls, that's a really bad call for him to be making when I'm making it like 10 times the big line,
And you got position.
and I have position. So he shouldn't be limping on my button, just so he knows not to limp there. If he's gonna get in now, he's more likely gonna get in with a smaller hand. You see now he's starting to raise like 50 cents. He's gonna try to get other players in there. He knows that I'm not gonna get in there because there's other players in front of me.
Woo! New player, big blind, bets at that. I'm sure he's got something pretty awesome.
That's a good flop for the big blind.
It sure is. But he went half the pot.
I
Hmm.
think he should have checked it. I think he should have let
Ought to win, yeah.
yeah, ought to win try and steal the pot, quote unquote. But
Yeah, the only thing is in that situation when you let him have a shot there with the ace king 10 out there, it's really coordinated, and he may have a jack or a queen. He may get lucky, hit that straight. So I don't know. Uh, I don't know how often I would give him the
well,
ability.
I wouldn't give him the credit when he made a 50 cent raise,
Right.
and then he's just calling a big bet. He could have something like small suited hand where that didn't even hit him. We have Hank in the hands now.
Hmm.
Yeah, we have 7 players now. That's good. So yeah, I like my spot. I have position on the big stacks,
Yep.
and a small the guy that's bleeding chips is in front of me, so he's more likely to fold a lot of little like a lot of hands or push like that. That's all he's gonna do. He's gonna feel like he has to push because he's
I think he stole that again with some crap.
it's possible. I
Yes.
have queen
But
three offsuit. If he does anything, yeah. See, they're gonna start not to try
steal.
to take my blind, not to do any of that stuff. They know that I'll make a big raise if they try to limp in the pot, and if they have a hand, they'll do a raise. So now I can limit their ranges.
Yeah, Mike Caro, when he sits down at a live table, he used to always say the first five hands he used to raise all the time and push people around.
I don't like being out of position. I don't really like being out of position here. I'm gonna fold it. I have an ace. I normally would three bet that spot,
Uh huh.
but I want to uh, pick a better spot to start doing those type of things
I
with
got
some
you.
larger
Now
stacks.
you got a button here. What do you got with the button?
I got ace nine suited. Now I'm strong.
It's pretty strong, especially with so many out and it getting around to the end where somebody's going to make a steal with a wider range.
Well, yeah, we're only four-handed, and then the two bigger stacks um, are now scared to make any type of bets. So my ace going up against the blind should be good. I'm gonna make a small $1.10.
Yeah, I think 60 cents. Sten calls for sure. Now I think it's 50-50 whether he calls. He's a calling station. Nice
Yeah.
flop, nice flop with your hearts.
Just have to be careful. Let me see. I can't let him get a free card. Gotta show him it gets expensive.
He's a calling station now.
Well, right there, it seems like I'm just sealing the blind and I just see bet the flop and I just bet. So people are gonna try to play back at me maybe when they hit, or if they don't hit, like let's say the flop is king deuce eight and they have pocket tens. I think they're the type of people. Stan will be the type of person to bet big to get me off a hand, knowing that I might not have a king.
You remember Smoltz down here sitting out when, and I'm sharing my screen with you so you can see. I had the bluffs often on there, and you saw him early on try to bluff that one with the 9-6 of clubs with the two A's out there. So as little as I play on the site, I still knew he was super bluff. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah,
everybody should know how he plays.
yeah. What I have for notes on him is he plays a turn. Give me a second. Starting up other tables. He does get involved in a lot of pots. So if you have like pocket jacks or pocket tens, um, you kind of want to put it in pre-flop sometimes against them.
Right.
Um, and if he three bets you want to shove on him. You want to get that fold equity. Let me see what kind of notes I has turning structure. I have him marked down as a fish on cash games.
Hmm.
Ought to win hasn't been involved. Hasn't been too aggressive.
He should have checked that. Yeah, I mean, if he was getting the other guy behind him betting that pot, he should have, unless he really wanted to steal it and he didn't have anything, he should have checked that and let ANKH keep betting.
Yeah, I think ANKH is the type of person that'll keep betting. You have to get value out of him by just checking to him. He's gonna do the betting most of the betting for you.
Got anything in the big blind?
9-3 offsuit.
Monster, huh?
Monster. No, no, it's not such a great hand. You're like monster. Yeah, I'm not gonna get involved in this one.
No need.
I have been fairly active with maybe one good hand. Well, not good hand, just a good spot.
All right.
See, I like getting involved in pots with line slot sometimes, just because I know he plays straightforward. The more of an ABC type player. He has it, he bets. He doesn't, he checks.
Yeah, I'm one of those type players that if I see somebody check in a hand that they've been aggressive with, and they just slow down like that, I bet no matter what if I got. I just know that they're gonna go away.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just checked it down. I'm telling you, he's not a super aggressive to try to really take pots or steal pots or try to put
Well,
himself in
I
trouble.
give him credit for this. The 4 or 5 times I've seen him come into hand, he's come in for a decent sized raise. So I give him credit for doing that, and that's part of watching the table and understanding what players are doing. He's correct.
Right.
That part. See, he says he has a strong hand with a 75, but when he calls that guy, then he says, my hand is really not that strong.
Right.
I mean, Ace Jack is a good possibility, but he could be behind Queens Kings real easy here. Don't like that bet. Don't like that half at all. I think he's going to go up to 5.5. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna keep betting. He's gonna keep betting, and
Yeah,
if
but he
he
did.
still,
But
if
notice
I,
he as his hand improved, his bet size went up to from half the pot to 2/3 to 3/4 of the pot. You see what I mean?
yeah,
That's a tell usually on people that when their hand improves. So he might have had ace queen there, and that queen comes off, finally gives him a hand, but he gives it away when he goes from half up.
to half to up, or from half to down, then you know they're not
Yeah,
as strong,
yeah.
right? Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's
I know exactly
and
what you
and
mean.
you and I are both talking in generalities. You know, there's some people that can trick you and everything, but most people that do it are it's a tell, and you can make for
Yeah,
those that are listening to this video later on. We're not saying that every time you see that that's going to happen, but in the majority of the cases, most of the people that you're going to see in the micro limits don't have the experience to either pick it up or to understand it. So um, we're just pointing it out to you that it's something you should look for, and then determine yourself if it's accurate or not.
right. You can also try to look for false tells by their tendencies of how they play, and then they go out of character for a hand. You know that
Well,
they're
that was a good right there. Smoltz was a good. He bet 352. He didn't go all in. If he went all in, it might be the bluff, but he did the 352. He probably had a good piece of that, if not the top pair.
yeah, yeah.
He gives it away because he doesn't realize that his other betting affects when he really has a hand.
60. I have 9-6 of spades. I I wanted to raise
How much would you have raised there?
um $1.80,
Yeah,
but it
three.
would have been up to $1.80.
Yeah, 3 times his bet. That's right. Yeah, and I just think with him, if I was going to raise there, I'd probably go 210. I'd go a little bit more than the three because I don't want to bring somebody else in behind me either. I want to get isolated on him. If he wants to call for that extra money, that's okay. But I don't want any of these other guys getting any ideas.
Yeah, but I think my image has done enough where they know it's gonna get expensive
Right.
if they start getting into pots. So I didn't do it there, but I could have. Now they gave me the weapons of mass destruction, the rockets, the missiles.
Whew. Preparation H time.
Here we go. Let's see.
Now you want your
Yeah,
ANK.
now I want the ANK, and now I want that image that I've had from early, where the $230 to here I'll make it 260, 285. So
Yeah.
this is gonna be a good thing. I've been already building that dynamic with him and odd to win. So
There's our calling. Said, "Come on, Smoltz, steal it from him. This is the time, Smoltz. Look at all that money on the table. $17. Come on, Smoltz. You can hear
shove.
me. Do it. Do it.
Is
He
it
wants to do it. He really wants to do it. I can tell. Oh, you tell me you're not gonna do it. All that
Sten?
free money.
Sten is a loose passive type player, so he won't really get aggressive unless he has something really strong.
You got the ace of clubs as a backup.
I do not have the ace of clubs as a backup. I'm gonna have to shove here. I don't I don't want to. I don't like the flop, but I have to. I'm not gonna let them get their ass. I think Hank
I'll put him on
probably
ace jack or king jack, and I don't. And he might have a club redraw, but he's not there.
he might have a club. If he does, then he might have.
Oh!
But he potted it. I mean, maybe I should have called, but I still don't want another club to
No,
get
no,
there,
no, no. You,
or
you,
price
yeah,
someone else to get 2-1 on the
you
money.
did the right thing. In my opinion, you did the right thing, shoving there and getting Stan out. And there he goes. He took his
Yeah.
money, and he don't like you there. He may come up over here on this other seat. You never know. Where I just left.
Oh, it's possible.
Yeah,
No, but all these guys to my left, more or less know me. All these guys at the table know me, so they know they're gonna get involved in
Bad bet. Again, what the hell does 50 cents achieve? Nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of a check. You know, it's like actually I think it's worse than a check. You can it's just really bad.
Exactly. I hate when these little guys come in like this XOO 24 over here to your
Oh yeah, when
$5. They usually play the same push. Whenever they get something, they would just want to double up and then they're gone. They're hit and run specialists.
yeah,
They're just pain in the ass.
yeah, I don't like them to be heads up, but I don't really mind them at the table because I can exploit them.
Sure.
I know they're trying to go in with like face cards and things like that, small pairs, maybe shoving things like that. So if you're patient enough against those little players that constantly have to shove, um, you'll probably get the better end of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the one guy that's always at my table. That always comes with $2 and $4 and $5. That's all he does that's the only way he plays. He's from Spain. I can't think of the guy's name right this second. Uh, Shoot, blank on his name.
We're gonna fold the deuce seven. We don't play the deuce seven. Unless it's against a player that just likes to fold flops, likes to fold.
There he goes. There he goes, folks. Pocket threes. What do you think? Take one guess.
Pocket tens.
Okay. I'm
Pocket
I'm
tens.
giving him too much credit. You're giving him way too much
Yeah,
credit.
I know.
Show it, Smolsey. Show it. Uh, I'll go once more around the table. Then I'm going to wrap up the video here. So I don't want to like make it too long for up at YouTube. It's probably over an hour as it is.
We're up a little bit. What is it? 15. We're up 15 right now.
Hey, that's not bad. Especially you play 30, 40 tables at a time. Oh man, they're all limping into you. The Smoltz want to come over the top.
I don't like Sten limping. I don't really like everyone limping.
What do you have? What do you have?
I have 9-7, but I don't want to play against too many people.
See, go ahead. You see, my thought is I want to play against more people with the 9-7 because I want to flop an open end. I want to flop something really good, and I don't want to spend a lot of money with the 9-7. Uh, I understand I know where you're coming from, but
I think that in my head, I want to balloon the pot up and get a decent win out of a hand that's not so great.
yeah.
There we go. We caught a flush draw. So we're fairly strong. We don't want to get in too much trouble, though. But we do want some, like, king jacks to fold. Maybe a 10 to fold.
I think
Maybe a weaker ace to
I
fold.
think an ace calls you. I think Sten calls you with an ace jack or an ace queen here.
Yeah. Small here is in shoving mode. He needs to shove or fold.
Yeah, he can't call. There's no way he can just call.
I hate calling, but I think I would call a shove from him. Or, I mean, I would re-shove over top.
Yeah, get Sten out.
This is a terrible card.
Murder card.
This is the worst card I can. This is a terrible card. He could have. He has to have an ace, right? He has to have an ace. Can I check raise here?
He doesn't have enough money for you to check raise.
No, he's doing. I have to call, I guess. I don't want to.
You never have to. You never have to.
Can he have a full house?
He could be. Yes, he could already have ace 10. You're right. Absolutely, he could. I think he's got ace jack. Oh, now we're gonna find out now, aren't we?
Yeah, we're gonna find out now. I can't give up now. That's what I was going for. I mean, I guess I got there really cheap. So if he has it, he has it.
Pocket tens. Woo! He's there.
He was there.
That was the worst car for you to get.
Yeah, to catch the river. Maybe I way overplayed that. Ace ten. Should he fold ace ten to a $2.13 when he has other people to act behind him?
Phew. He had
Maybe.
he had pocket tens and he flopped. He flopped the set. Now he called your raise pre-flop with the tens. I can understand that. He set mine and he did it. But I don't think you could have moved him off and with anything anywhere along the line.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think I could have moved him off the tens at all. I was hoping he had like a ace jack, ace queen, a very strong ace. I didn't. I put him on. He could have had jacks, but then can you really call the flop when you get bet into with
Yeah.
jacks?
No, I know what you're saying. Give me a minute just to wrap something here. This is Al Spath. This is the 26th of September. We've been playing at a 10 cent 25. DeCrypney was shadowing me for a while, and I've been shadowing him. I hope you enjoy what we've been bringing to you, and we'll see you next time. Remember to follow me on Twitch TV at TeachGPL and Ace High Radio, and up at YouTube, it's Al Spath. Please subscribe. It's free, and get all the latest videos when I make them and put them up there. You'll get a notification. Thanks again, everybody.